What's your vantage point? What are you seeing, Kim?
Like you said, Vanessa, there is no sign that Mr. Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, will agree to a ceasefire. There have been a few pauses, as they put it, for aid to get through, but they're not really long enough to have any discernible effect. There's a huge shortage of all kinds of emergency needs in Gaza at the moment, and of course, you've had the deaths of 10,000 people there, as you pointed out, your colleague pointed out, at least 4,000 of them children. And at the same time, of course, we have got the hostages, 240, and he spoke to three of the mothers who I have met in Israel since I've been here, which is almost been 5 weeks now. So, it's a terrible situation for a lot of people. And this war is not, it seems, going to end anytime soon. The Israeli forces say they've now managed to cut off Gaza City, where they say the Hamas command and control are, and there will be an assault there. I can't see the Israeli government agreeing to a semi-permanent ceasefire now. So I'm afraid there will be, more violence and more deaths and more misery to come.
And what do you think the Israeli strategy is in terms of separating Gaza into two halves and now attempting to make inroads and encroach upon Gaza City? What do you see as the strategy there, the military plan?
Well, as you put it, they've sectioned off Gaza. They've taken the north. But even then, Yusuf, and they say, we have seen even the north, which the Israelis have been in now for about 12 days, there are still attacks by Hamas being carried out on Israeli troops, on Israeli armor, because of the tunnels, which obviously allow Hamas fighters even now to pop up behind Israeli lines to carry out ambushes. So that's still going on. The Israelis say they've now managed to basically isolate Gaza City. But of course, the main battle is yet to come. The main battle will be in Gaza City, where Hamas are waiting. They're well armed. They've got the tunnel complex, there are booby traps. There are mines. So that is going to be a bloody affair and a long affair. And at the same time, of course, you've got a situation where the Israelis have told the Gazan population to go south. They go towards Rafah, go towards Egypt, which most have done, but not all. Some couldn't go, some, for various reasons, chose not to go. But then we had a situation last night, for example, Vanessa, where there were quite severe airstrikes in the south, in Rafah and Khan Yunis. We're told about dozens killed there. And these are meant to be the safe areas that civilians have gone to. And when we asked the Israeli military why there are airstrikes taking place in these areas, which are meant to be the refuge points for civilians, what they say is that Hamas are taking advantage of this by having their men, their weaponry in the south. And the Israeli position is that they will continue to hit Hamas wherever they are. And if they're in the south among civilians, then the result is, as we can see, more civilians being killed who have actually fled to the south in the hope that they'll be escaping the bombing.